Welcome to another Tang Time. Yeah, no, it ain't Tang. I may have to find a new name for this segment, but I can't think of a good alliteration name for whiskey. Ah, man. So it's rainy season again. That's going to make it fun. Been trying to go to one of the plazas, just got finished. I know I said I wasn't going to do like all the plazas in the video, and I'm probably not. But I may pick them up one at a time as they finish. And they just put in a big koi pond and stuff. And it took 3 days to get over there to look at it. Because every time I wanted to go, it started raining. Rainy season makes it interesting. It doesn't rain every day. It doesn't rain all day. It just rains right when you don't want it to. Ain't that the way it goes? So, we've had a fun last few months. Got back from Gigantus and I had this horrible infection on my leg. Spent 2 weeks on penicillin for that. It finally cleared up. It's leaving a nasty scar, though. It's got this big round scar. It was a big hole in my leg. It's pretty messed up. Big, swollen. Got to watch out for the jungle infections here. Anything can go bad on you real quick. So 2 weeks on penicillin for that, because the first week wasn't strong enough and they upped the dose. Then I went in because I had that cyst on my back that was acting up. They cut it out. Not a problem. A whole nother week on penicillin. So I was 3 weeks out of 5 weeks on penicillin. Shoulders healing up nicely. The stitches, absorb into the skin, and they're pretty much gone. It's okay. It just itches. Oh, it's driving me crazy. I want to scratch it. But that would be a bad thing, so I'm not. So it's all healed. My leg is healed. Both are going to scar terribly. Okay, I got to work a good story. I got this knife wound in my back. I'm thinking, what, jealous husband? I was stealing a caribou. I don't know. I got to come up with a good story how I got this. A doctor cut a cyst off my back. That's not a good story. This is a knife wound on my back. There's got to be some drinking or a jealous husband or something involved in this. I don't know. I'll come up with something. Maybe it was back in my CIA days, because I was CIA and a Navy SEAL, and oh, no. I'm not going to be one of those guys. Oh, there's a lot of those guys. But this story is going to go with it. I've got to get a good story. Other than that, we're doing pretty well. Just had some couple health issues. What are you going to do? So, we had Melanie's birthday, our wedding anniversary, and the 4th of July, all kind of right together. And it's not my fault that our wedding anniversary and her birthday are the same day. That was her planning and her fault, and you get less presents because of it. And I told her that. During that month, we tend to, go out and play a little more, go out to eat, go hang out at the mall. We actually have a pretty good time. Melanie's sister was here for a while. She's been having to come in to do paperwork. It's insane. So much of the paperwork they do, different government offices, have to be done in just a few places. So she had to go to Manila for some of it and here in Iloilo for most of it. And she's on the far side of the island. So she's been going back and forth. So she stays here while she's in Iloilo, which is perfectly fine, because when we're in Antique, we stay at her house. So it works. So I'm not complaining she's here. I am just shocked that she has to keep coming back so often. Oh my God. They make some of this stuff way more complicated than it should be. Most of the things she's doing here should be done online, but we know better. Anyway, while she's here, we've been going out to eat a lot more than we normally do. And Melanie likes to try new places. That took a while. At first, she was not interested. Now I've gotten her a little more into food, and she likes to go out and try new things. And there's one she mentioned she wanted to go to called Kuya J. It's at the mall, and it's just like standard Filipino restaurant. And I was thinking it might be okay, but it's going to be the same Filipino food. And if you look at the mall, all the Filipino food places are packed. All the little specialty shops, like foreigner food, are not very busy. But this one I've heard is good. She wanted to try it, so I was like, sure, why not? We'll go. I looked at the menu. It was cheap, so I was like, yeah, whatever. Didn't expect much out of it because, it's going to be some curry, some caldereta, fried eggplant. It's kind of the same stuff. Man. First, you order your entree, and it comes with 4 sides, which was amazing. It's the cucumber tomato salad, some fried, or they sweet potato, I think, kind of little thin chips, like the fake fluffy semi chicharron, not made out of pork. I don't know what it is, some type of flour. They make a fake chicharron. And the other side was one of the veggies. I think it was Cancun. But it's like you order one entree and it comes with 4 sides. I was amazed. Melanie was amazed. Both of us. It was like we ordered curry, and oh God, what was the other one? Caldereta. It's usually pretty plain. It's safe. It's not going to be bad. Sometimes it's a little too sweet or a little too ketchupy, but it's not going to. Both of us agreed it's the best curry and the best caldereta we've ever had. We were shocked. The place is cheap. It's nice looking. I expected it to cost more. And being the Filipino food, quite frankly, I expected it to taste like every other place tastes. This stuff was actually really nice. The sauce was really thick. It had been cooked down for a long time. It was really good flavor. God, just the sauce on the caldereta reminded me of chili. I mean, I would just take that and eat it plain. It was really good. We were quite surprised. This restaurant is now going to be part of our regular rotation. Who knew? So Kuya J, you done good, boys. It's all been going well. We're having fun. Falling behind on videos, but I've been distracted with illnesses and such for far too long. So I've got a number of things filmed. I'm working on editing them. I am behind. So I've been doing 1 video a week. I may throw out 2 a week for a little while if I can get these edited, just to kind of get caught back up. No major trips planned. We are trying to get some money gathered up for school supplies. School starts back in September, face-to-face classes, hopefully. The new president is saying maybe November because not enough kids have their shots. We're not sure. They're shooting for September face-to-face classes. That's the assumption I'm working on, and we're trying to come up with school supplies. So I'm just going to buy simple stuff, not the whole packs with backpacks and all that. If I just go simple, pads of paper, pencils, pens, crayons, I can buy a whole lot for very little money. You start throwing in backpacks and stuff, we like to buy slippers and toothbrushes, then it starts getting a little more expensive. We're looking at just keeping it simple. I'm just going to buy boxes of paper because it's like grade specific. First grade has this tablet, second grade has a different tablet. So I was just going to buy like a case of each and let them hand it out to the kids. I'm not going to like put them into packages and hand them out because logistically it's kind of a nightmare. And the kids aren't back in school right now, so it'd probably be easier just to give this stuff to the principal of the school and let them distribute it. Not as much fun for me because I enjoy doing the packages and handing them out to each kid, but realistically, it's just an easier way to go about it. And we're going to do a school right around the corner, not way out in the province. I just want to do this local one as a spur of the moment thing. We'll see what I can come up with. If I can throw a couple $100 at it, that'll be good. Then, for our anniversary and her birthday, after Kuya J, we went down to JD's bake shop. I have to say bake shop because I keep hearing bait shop. It's not a fishing store. It's a bakery. That's hot. Yeah, it sounds like I say bait shop. I know because I can't speak. We bought a big box of brownies to go with the dinner she's cooking. Because there's only 3 of us at the house, she has to really cook for 20. It's a cooking disorder she has. So she made a big pot of bihon, the noodle dish, fried chicken. These lumpia are really good. It's actually packaged lumpia from S&R, and it's cheese-stuffed peppers in a lumpia wrapper. They're pretty good. So she cooked a big meal, took it downstairs. I think we boxed up 10 or 15. I'm not sure how many, and took them down to the security because they pass them out to all the security people. I bet they get fed a lot because I've seen other people bring food down to them. But this was not a holiday for most people, like Christmas and all that. I know they had a ton of food. So they probably appreciated this because people haven't been feeding them lately. So we had a good meal. She cooked way too much, but we gave most of it away. So that was fun, and she enjoyed that, and it's her birthday, and if that's what she wants to do, go for it. We did have a problem. We have this, the shells? It's that flat lamperon shells. This was a clock from Boracay, and it fell off the wall and shattered. The clock had already quit working, and I was going to take it apart. It's got plastic wrap on it, and I was going to cut the plastic wrap off and change the clock. She was like, I don't care about the clock. But she wanted this fixed, and she wanted to take out the clock and put in a wedding picture. So while she was out of town, I got a hot glue gun, and I cut the plastic wrap off, and unfortunately had to reuse it because it's a heavy plastic I don't have. And I glued the whole damn thing back together. This whole part, all this shattered. So not only these things fell out, but the shells themselves, it's kind of messy in a couple places, but there's a lot of glue holding this thing together. And then I put a big hook on it. So hopefully it will not fall again. So this was what I did for her birthday. She seemed to appreciate it. We have not hung it up yet because she wants to make sure it's on. She had it just like on a tack. We have these. The outside walls are hollow block, and you have to drill into them and put in a screw. The interior walls are like sheetrock, and she's just pushing in thumbtacks and hanging pictures and stuff. And she had this hanging on a thumbtack. The hook that was on it was pretty junky, so it fell off the wall. This new hook, I think, should work, but she's still kind of iffy about it. She doesn't want it to break again. So she's trying to figure out how to hang it and where. It may just stay down until we move. I've always said that home is wherever I hang my plates. I have these 2 plates. One I made in 1st grade. We colored on a paper plate and they printed it on plastic, and I've had it since I was 6. And another is a Disney collectible plate. Not worth a damn thing, but I like it. Every place I live, I hang them up. I took them with me in the Navy. Every place I went, they hung up. I hung them in the bamboo house. I hung them in the apartment. I hung them in our house. There's nowhere here to hang them. So we've been here a year and a half, and my plates aren't hanging, so it's not home. Isn't that sad? Yeah. So we may end up keeping this shell thing until we get wherever we go next. No hurry going anywhere next, but eventually. We're not sure where we're going next. I like to keep moving. We've been here a little over a year. We may hit 2 years and then wander somewhere. That's why I have no intention of buying, because I don't want to be stuck in one place. The house we built was so cheap we could walk away from it, and we did. It's still technically ours, but for how long? We've been out of it for almost 2 years. I'm surprised a cousin hasn't moved into it yet. And I really don't care if they do. We're not sure where we're going to go after this. And as I said, it's probably going to be a year or so anyway. I like to keep moving because that's what I'm here for, is to move around and enjoy. It's kind of surprised we moved during COVID. We moved here during the lockdown. We actually went to Boracay for 5 months during the lockdown. And then when we came back from Boracay, we came here during the lockdown. So that's an unusual thing, I think. They were glad to have us move in because not too many people were moving in back then. The 4th of July came. Woohoo. Yeah, no fireworks. Bummer. But I wanted an American meal. I said, we got to go get me some American food. Where do you get American food? Shakey's Pizza. That's right. I knew you were going to guess that. Man, I usually go to the one at SM City. It's great, no problem. This one we went to SM Delgado. And they brought this pizza out. And I'm like, what the? Who puts mayonnaise on a pizza? So I had them bring me tissues. And I'm sitting there wiping this whole damn thing down. I used about 100 tissues just cleaning this pizza off. And it's odd, though, because the one at SM City has never put mayonnaise on the pizza. So don't go to SM Delgado Shakey's because I don't know what they're doing. Once I got it scraped off, it was pretty good. It was just not what I was looking for. But I got to give them credit. They use real ice cream and they make a hell of a milkshake. I should have bought one. I posed with her milkshake. Yeah, I got a couple sips out of it, but man, that was good. I should have bought me one. I could have been drinking that and let her clean the mayonnaise off the pizza and it would have been a much better time. She's not a fan of Shakey's. We don't go there very often. She got a combo meal, which is, the same thing she'd get at like Greenwich or something. So I don't know why we don't go there often. Probably because it's a lot more expensive than Greenwich. But it was my holiday, so I picked where to go. And I got to say, she picked Kuya J a few days before that, and it was a whole lot better. So she done good. She picked a good one. And people have asked many times, and I have asked, where do you get, like, good Chinese food? And by that, we don't mean authentic Chinese food. We mean, like, American takeout. The American Chinese delivery. It's not authentic, but it's really good, I finally figured it out, accidentally. I ordered a Thai place on Food Panda. And did you know that Thai food with no heat is kind of close to American Chinese takeout? So I ordered this meal. It was a noodle dish that I forget the name of, drunken noodles or something, and some fried tofu, and I think it was a curried pork. Oh, it should have been goat. Anyway, it was all okay, but really bland, so it was much more like Chinese takeout. Way too expensive, though. That's like these 3 dishes were $10. It was almost 500 pesos. So I will probably not be ordering from that place again. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't worth $10, and it certainly wasn't what I would call Thai food. Oh, yeah. One more thing. During one of my treasure hunt grocery shopping trips, I found some Campbell's minestrone soup. It's not the best minestrone I've ever had, but it's not something we get here very often. They always have cream of chicken and cream of mushroom. They don't have other flavors very often at all. So we used to eat this when I was a kid because we were poor. This ain't poor people food here. This is imports. That was some expensive soup. But it was nice. Had some soup, watched some Hogan's Heroes. It's just like being back in elementary school. Life, wow. We have more whiskey here. I didn't drink as much in elementary school. Would have made it more fun. We did just reach 5,000 subscribers. That was fun. I don't pay a lot of attention to the numbers, but it was getting like 4,983, 84, and it just stopped. And it like kept saying, oh, you're getting, all these new subscribers per month, but that total just wasn't moving. Finally bumped over one day and hit 5,000. It's like, well, cool. That's a good thing. Again, it's not major numbers for YouTube, but I'm happy with it because this is just a hobby for me anyway. The fact that anybody wants to watch me babble on, especially a video like today's. Thank you very much for all the support, all the views, the clicks, the likes, the shares, all that. Thank you, thank you. It's really cool. I'm just doing this because it's fun. It's a nice hobby. Gives me a chance to share what we're doing here. So thank you for all the support and the clicks and the likes and all that. And now back to more editing. I'm going to try and crank out a few videos the next couple days because I'm falling way behind. The Tang Time is gone.
Enjoy your day in paradise.